I was underneath my car. Lying prostrate, impaled by the exhaust system. The muffler burned through the flesh on my back and hip. I knew I was going to die there. Then I heard the voices. Where are you? Under the car by the back tire. I saw 2 sets of feet. They cried, wait there. We'll go get help. I knew if they left, I would die. A deep voice emanated from my body. You are the help. Lift up the car now. The 2 men somehow found the strength and lifted the crushed Subaru Outback. A 3rd man pulled me from under the car. I got you, right? You think this is a story about me? Okay. So it's actually a story that Jan Phillips, photographer, writer, thought leader, we've sometimes used her prayers in our liturgies, shared in an experience, it was an experience she had in 2004, and she writes about it in her book, Still on Fire, Field Notes from a Queer Mystic. The book is dedicated to all people who dare to let the old stories go and create the ones that we need to forge a just and a peaceful world. After skin graft surgery for 3rd-degree burns, months of healing with therapy, and overcoming PTSD, Jan said that the lingering question for her was, what wisdom did that painful experience yield? So almost 20 years later, Jan still maintains that the greatest lesson she learned from her near-death experience was that we are the help. Jan encourages each of us to look at the stories we've been told all of our lives, you know, the ones that help will come from somewhere else, beyond us, outside of us, that solutions exist and someone else will bring them to us. Jan believes that when we drop that illusion and get in touch with the power resident within us, we free ourselves, and it results in miracles. So chances are most of us will never find ourselves impaled under a car's exhaust system, thank God. Yet we all find ourselves in situations where we come face to face with our own powerlessness. Reflect for just a moment on our wide, wonderful world, awash in war. Gaza, Israel, Ukraine, Russia, civil wars in Afghanistan and the Central African Republic, Ethiopia, Libya, Mali, Somalia, South Sudan, Syria, and many others on the verge of war. And even beyond armed conflict, let's not forget drug wars and the macro issues like poverty and hunger and homelessness, racism, and global warming. Or perhaps what we feel impaled by is closer to home, physical or mental health challenges, grief, addiction, economic pressure, loneliness. I suspect at times we all have occasion to ask ourselves, where will help come from? Today's readings suggest that wisdom comes not from hypocritical religious leaders. Wisdom is available to those who seek her, and it appears to those who are open to her. Here's the thing I've noticed: rarely in the time frame I'm wanting it to appear, but it does. It comes. Often wisdom surfaces in the aftermath of anguish and pain. Or as Kathy so beautifully proclaimed, and Rumi put it, the wound is the place where the light enters you. So I want to conclude my comments today by sharing a brief experience that recently stunned me. As you know, the last weekend of October, Eileen and myself were among a group of 27 people on retreat with the Eastern region of Roman Catholic women priests. I was coordinating the catered meals for the weekend. I kind of went into it exhausted. You know, my dad's younger sister had just passed away, so the wake and funeral had been the preceding 2 days. My parents' closing on their home had yet again been pushed to the following week. And at one point, as I was, I think, running to get ice, walking down the hall at the Courtyard Marriott, another priest stopped me, hugged me, and said, "Kathy, I just love the light that comes from you." I was stunned. I'm actually still, it's like, yeah. I've never done that to anybody else at the hotel. But anyway, it just makes me wonder. It just makes me wonder if a prerequisite to realizing we are the help in the world is to simply be intentional about being light, as well as acknowledging light when we observe it. That's all I got. Thank you.